Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Studio 512. We've got a very special start to the show today. The 15th annual Red Arena Roundup is happening May 16th and 17th. That's this week. And it's a chance for kids and adults doing therapeutic writing to show off their skills that they've been gaining over the years. So founder Jennifer Young and writer Noah Dunn are here to tell us a little bit more. So first of all, Noah, good morning. And good morning to you. Can you introduce us to the mini ponies that we're showing off to everybody today?
Yes.
Who's this one?
Nanny.
Scout.
Josh.
Scout.
Majan.
Dusty.
And Dallas.
And Dallas. Can I hear you say Dallas?
Yes.
Dallas. Okay. Jennifer, I want to talk to you about your organization and who y'all help. You have a background as a physical therapist. You said, I was not a horse lady. But you have become one now. Tell me how that happened.
So just learning about how effective it is to be on a horse for therapy hooked me. So I started just working with children, and when they get on the horse, we can work on strength, balance, coordination from just top of that. Communication skills naturally come. We can work on self-esteem and confidence in ways that we just can't do in other settings. So it really hooked me to get started. Just 5 kids, 1 horse, and now we serve over 200 kids and adults each week.
That is fantastic. And you said it was the difference of kids coming to you and feeling more calm in their bodies after they had done equestrian therapy.
Right, and so what's really hooked me on it is that they can ride the horse, and then the next day, if you think about a child with cerebral palsy whose body's really tight, their tone relaxes when they're on the horse, and we can see that carry over into the next day. So we can get improved range for stretching, for walking, all those that we're working on in physical therapy, and they love it. They have so much fun on the horse, they don't realize how hard they're working.
Everybody here at the news station has already come out to the parking lot to see these little guys today, so I know they love it. And Noah, you have such a straight back. You can sit up straight and you can stand up straight because of all the work you've done doing physical therapy on a horse. Can you show me? Yeah. Beautiful. You look great. And the puffed out chest. That's awesome. I just want to ask Jennifer, what specifically therapeutic riding provides that is different than, petting a dog, for example, or maybe doing talk therapy or art therapy, something like that?
So what's so amazing about it, for example, when Noah was little, he started in physical therapy and speech therapy on the horse. So the movement of the horse engages his body and kind of prepped it to be ready to work on communication and strength and balance. And what's so great is that it can become lifelong. So Noah graduated from his therapies. He rides independently now, and so he can do the riding lessons, still get all the physical benefit, but really work on riding independently. It can be his sport, and that's what kind of ties in with our horse show each year.
Which is a perfect transition, my friend, because the horse show is coming up. I know this is a time that everybody gets excited about, kind of show off what you've been learning throughout the years. Can you tell me a little bit about the roundup and what to expect?
So the main part is showcasing our riders, and so they're going to compete in some fun events. If you've never been to a horse show, this is like a play day. It's really fun. So they win ribbons, and then they go out and do some trail events. So whatever their ability level is, they're all competing together, and super fun. And then it's our biggest fundraiser. So we have a huge silent auction, and that is live online now, so you can go to our website and get the link for that. And then at the event Friday night, we kick it off from 5 to 7 with free tasting. We have a food truck. You can come meet the minis and pet them. And then on Saturday, the auction is continuing. We have raffles. We have barbecue that's donated. So when you come buy a barbecue plate, 100% of that goes to Red. And but it's free to come. So we love the community to come. Come cheer on Noah. Come meet the minis. And just bring your credit card to shop that silent auction and buy some barbecue. And cheer everyone on.
Yeah, help support Red Arena because, as you said, biggest fundraiser of the year. I have to say these minis are so well behaved, and I thought, well, do you just bring them around because they're so darn cute? But you said they actually do their own types of therapy as well.
Yes, they have been instrumental in our program. You know, our core program is riding the big horses, but these guys, so Noah works with them in our job training program. So adults with disabilities come and learn how to take care of the horses, and they can be very independent with the minis, learning to halter them and groom them and lead them. And then when you were younger and in horse camp, right? So the minis are in horse camp, and the kids dress them up, and we do parades with them. And then let's see what else. Oh, the reading program. Yes, the reading program is awesome. And so they, anyone in the community can come. They read to the minis like Scout's doing now, eating the grass. They like to nibble on the books.
I feel really bad because Scout, this is turf, honey. It's not going to be all that tasty.
But so the kids, and we start it for siblings, so the siblings of our riders can read to the minis, brush them, walk them, so they get something special as well. But that's open to everyone in the community.
Wonderful. Okay, Noah, I want to make sure we brag on you. You won Rider of the Year in 2018. Did that feel good?
Yes.
Yeah, I bet you were really proud because you've been riding since you were 3 years old. Yes. 18 now, so that's 15 years of horse skills, which is absolutely incredible. Are you riding in the roundup this weekend?
Yes.
Okay, so we can come out and see Noah, which would be amazing. And I just wanted to check in one last time, Jennifer, on anything else we didn't cover about the upcoming event. Do you need to know anything about horses? Do I need to be wearing a cowboy hat? Can we just come out and have some fun?
Right, just come out and have fun and cheer on our families and our riders. It's such a great event, and it's so easy to just pop in, see everything that's happening, meet the minis, play some games on Friday, so it's a great time to bring the kids. And then if you can't make it, of course, shopping online for the silent auction through our website. And at other times, you can come to our gift shop. So you can meet Noah and some of our other participants. They make amazing stuff, so it's part of our day vocational program. And we sell it in the gift shop so the community can come and support and see what's happening. So that's a great way to shop. And something new we're doing is corporate and team building. So you can come out with the big horses. We have all kinds of fun activities to do that are so unique and so Texas. And it's a great way to support. So that money raised, as well as our big fundraiser, is supporting participant scholarships and horse care for the whole year.
Which is a lot of work. So Noah, if someone is just hearing about the roundup this weekend and now they're thinking about coming, what should they do?
Now.
Do it now. That's what Noah says. All right. Thank you guys both so much for your time. And ponies, you did a great job today. They're just so happy put up with it. Okay, guys, as I said, the 15th annual Red Arena Roundup is happening. It's May 16th and 17th. It's a chance to really help out with therapeutic riding for kids and adults with disabilities. redarena.org is where you can learn more about the schedule. Welcome back, everybody. I'm so grateful to welcome a friend from college in the studio today, Teague Dooley-Panko. She has achieved a lot since I saw her last. She's a red carpet journalist and a former Lakers girl. She's also struggled with an addiction to the digital world like so many of us. So today we're discussing her brand new book called The Social Media Detox, and I'm so happy to see her. Good morning, Teague.
Oh my gosh, thank you for having me, Rosie. This is exciting.
Yeah, it's so exciting. I love to have you in the studio. Last time I saw you was maybe 10 years plus in Missouri, so time has moved, y'all. Okay, talk to us about your experience, if you would, with social media, because you've had some very front-facing jobs, and they kind of expect you to have a social media presence.
Absolutely. I mean, so many of my jobs have been tied to social media, and it's been a big part of my jobs. And so I think, you know, having that pressure all the time to be on and to be creating content around your own personal brand for another brand has been a lot of pressure over the years. So I feel like there was a point where I realized that I was more concerned about getting validation online than I was with real life interaction. And I think that's when I realized I had a little bit of a problem.
A bit of a problem,
yeah.
Well, some of that has been difficult because, for example, on the red carpet, you want people to watch your interviews. As
Absolutely.
a Lakers girl, you want to say, hey, look at these fantastic outfits we're wearing. Come see us dance, that sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and so it has been a difficult balance, but I think now I have become a little bit more mindful of my presence on social media. And I think that has really changed the way I look at a lot of things.
Yeah, because I think bringing it back into balance without giving it up completely is
Yeah.
maybe the hardest struggle of all. So we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
But you've written this fabulous book, The Social Media Detox.
Yes.
It's 14 days, y'all, which I really like because that to me seems very digestible. What's it about? What are you trying to get people to take away from it?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's 14 days of topics, and then there's challenges that go along with each topic of the day. So one of the examples is we talk about FOMO, the fear of missing out. So then that
Big one.
it's a big one, and
Yeah.
I fall victim to it all of the time. Just feeling bad when friends are having parties and you're not invited or whatever it is. And the challenge for that day is making social plans. So reaching out to friends you maybe haven't seen in a while, reaching out to family members, making things active on your schedule. I think that's really helpful to combat FOMO on social media.
Absolutely. And as far as what you want people to take away, are we trying to kind of address this overarching mental health? I mean, kind of an elephant in the room
Right.
about what social media has done to us, because now we've got kids who are growing up with it. What are you hoping the book can do for folks?
I'm really hoping that the book can create some more mindfulness and give people their power back, right? I mean, for so long we've been given these devices and there were no parameters, there was no rules, we didn't know what we were getting into.
And you can be on them all day, every day.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. So I think like really finding the places that social media helps you, using that to your advantage, and then when you find things that don't work for you, dismissing those, kind of being more mindful about your use and compartmentalizing how you look at it.
And you brought a couple of detox tips for us today, which I think are really helpful. The first one is to remove triggers. I
Yes.
think mindlessly, it's so easy to open an app. You
Oh
pull
my
up your
gosh.
phone, just click Facebook, just click Instagram, just click Snapchat, that sort of thing. So what are you talking about here when you talk about triggers?
Yes, so triggers, especially if you're doing a social media detox, I always suggest hiding, muting, or deleting those apps while you're doing the social media detox, just so you don't have that opportunity, that temptation to reach for Instagram really quickly and just look at it for a second, because as we know, it seems innocent when you click on it, but you can get into a hole.
Endless scrolling.
It never ends.
It never ends. Staying busy and active. I think
Yeah.
this is one that's so obvious, but kind of something that we forget to do, quite frankly, because we think our lives are so busy.
Absolutely. I think that's another thing. When people start doing a social media detox, they realize they have so much more time to do things. So I think when you're doing the detox, it's really important to stay active, stay busy, make those social plans, get out into the world, do hobbies that you used to enjoy, start new hobbies. I think there's a big opportunity to really just get out and start experiencing the world again.
Yeah,
if you will.
And your point about validation, I think, is so important, because on social media, it's everyone's best day.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
you're looking for a little bit of sympathy or pity, so maybe it's a slightly sadder post, but it's still like this seeking of people reaching out to you. And so I think people are missing that connection.
Absolutely. And you know what's so weird about social media is you feel like you're being connected to things, right? Like
Yeah.
you feel like I'm a part of a community. I know
I can
what's
talk to
going on
anyone
in
in the
someone's
world.
life.
Yeah.
I feel like I knew what was going on in your life because I follow you on social media. But there is a difference between knowing what's going on and having that real human connection and having that screen in front of you. So I think that makes the difference.
Absolutely. Okay, and finally, distance
Yes.
from your device physically.
Oh my gosh, this is a huge one. This is one of my favorite things that we talk about in the book. Phone proximity is huge. So there's studies and research that suggest that having your phone open and by you in your sight line actually tricks your brain to subconsciously think about it. So you're actually kind of thinking about what's going on that phone, what email am I getting? But if you put your phone in a bag or in a drawer or in a different room throughout the day, it does so much for your mental health. It provides a lot of mental clarity and just really lets you to focus on things.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that part.
Then gives you the opportunity to go and explore those hobbies or get back out in nature.
Exactly.
That sort of thing. Okay, we're in our last few seconds here. Just want to ask where we can find your book now that it's published.
Yes, it is on Amazon right now. It is The Social Media Detox and by Teague Julie Panko.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations, Teague.
Thank you, Rosie.
All right, guys, Teague's book, as you heard, is officially published and available on Amazon. Learn more about stopping scrolling and starting living at social-media-detox.net. Welcome back, everybody. Last year was such a success, they just had to bring it back. The Affordable Art Fair is returning to the Palmer Event Center, and it begins on Thursday. Fair Director Corey Teague is here to tell us more. And Corey, welcome back.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
Yeah, 1 year later, you guys had a smashing success last year. People really loved coming out and seeing all the pieces of art and the fact that doesn't necessarily have to break the bank. So here we are, 2025. Can you remind us just a little bit about the art fair in general?
Yes, so Affordable Art Fair has 18 different editions around the globe.
Whoa.
In the US, we just have New York, Boston, and Austin. And we launched Austin last year for the first time, and it was a great success. And so we're bringing it back again this weekend. We have 55 galleries from around the world, a huge chunk from Austin, Texas, and then all the way to Australia. And then we have artwork from $100 to $10,000. And we make artwork accessible to everybody.
Okay, $100 I could probably do. $10,000 might be out of my affordable range.
Right now.
Right now. Thank you, girl. Yes, put that out there into the universe. But talk to me about the sort of art that we might see. Is it all kind of painterly, on a linen canvas, that kind of thing?
It's everything you could imagine. We have sculpture, paintings, prints, photography, kind of anything for everybody, every style, every budget, every wall space, anything you can really imagine. But we do work with living artists, and so that we can keep that ecosystem going with their careers now in their life.
Which I think is amazing, because you don't want to get famous after you've passed.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't help you a whole lot in this life. Okay, what can guests expect as far as showing up this year? Is there anything new?
We will have beautiful lounges from Four Hands Furniture. They're our headline sponsor this year. We have multiple family hours because family hours were such a success last year.
Awesome.
So we're doing them Saturday and Sunday. And we just kind of built out the space to be bigger, brighter. So just come hang out, even if you're just curious and have never purchased art before. It's a place to start that. Or if you're a seasoned collector, we have everything for you at your fingertips there.
Wonderful. And you did bring up the kids, and I want to make sure that we double down on that, because there are crafts, all sorts of fun little things for them to do.
Yes. So Saturday, Sunday from 11 to 1, Keto Preschool is hosting kids crafts. So they can do self-portrait lessons, little flower sculptures, hand painting. It's a really a time to foster the youngest collectors we have.
The youngest. And there's actually going to be like little preschool work on display, not for purchase,
Yes.
but just to make the preschoolers feel like, oh, I could be doing this too.
Yeah, start them young, and then one day they'll be at an affordable art
I
fair.
think it's amazing. All right. I know you have some tips for folks who want to collect art, but if you were not necessarily born to the bourgeoisie class, this may be a little bit foreign to you. So what tips would you have to someone who wants to start collecting art and making sure they're doing it in the right way?
First, just get curious. If you're a little nervous, even just to start the process, just get curious and show up to the event. See if there's something there for you that you can grow your style. What do you like? What interests you? What grabs your attention? But if you're ready to start your collection, my best suggestion would be to measure your wall space. Make sure you know that, because then the gallerist can help you get the right size painting or artwork for your walls. Know what your budget is. Maybe it ends up being lower or higher than you expected, but at least you can go in knowing what you can spend money on. And then it's kind of like a wedding dress. If you try on the expensive stuff, you're going to want it. But if you know what your budget is, then you can go in and look for those pieces and see what really draws you. But ultimately, you need to love the artwork that's on your walls. It's like the eyeshadow of the face. It's something that gives your space character. It can be a personality that you show on your walls, and you're with it every single day. So
That's
you should
true.
love it.
Yeah. And I have heard from like a lot of home magazines that they're now going the other way around. Don't just paint your walls and pick something to stick up there.
Yes.
Pick the art first. Let the art kind of inspire the rest of the room. So I think that's a really cool idea.
Yes, that's how I operate with my furniture.
Okay.
I base it all around the artwork. So
Okay.
I agree with that entirely.
I am not currently doing that, but I will learn from you, Corey. I will
You will,
learn.
after
Okay.
this weekend.
And you did mention this briefly, but I want to touch back on it again. Local galleries and local artists participating.
Yes, so we have 17 local galleries and collectives participating.
Whoa.
Out of the 55, yes. So really just building the community of the local artists, the local galleries, bringing in the Austin people. We couldn't do it without our Austinites, both gallery artists and people.
And in fact, the hey, come to the Affordable Art Fair is a local artist that's featured, right?
Yeah, so our campaign image this year is Bishon Cox out of Davis Gallery. I was fortunate enough to build the campaign kind of from the ground up, and it was a no-brainer to use a local artist. So it's been
amazing.
Really wonderful to work with him all year.
Lovely. Okay, and there are tickets up for purchase. So talk to me about how those work since it's a multi-day affair.
Yes, so it's Thursday through Sunday, and if you go onto affordableartfair.com and then click on Austin, because we do have a lot of fairs, you'll be able to get tickets through there or Eventbrite and pick what works best for you. We have VIP, GA, we have Art After Dark, both Saturday and Friday in the evenings. So get a free drink, kind of make it a date night, if you will, or family hours. So we have different tickets for any type of person just to make it accessible to everybody. And if you get a ticket and you want to come back another day, we have free readmission as well.
Whoa, that's amazing. I might be going on Thursday, y'all, because that's when you see all of it.
Yeah, you want to see it.
It's going to start getting sold. So
yes, you got to get it then.
That's pretty important. Okay, Corey, this has been so illuminating. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right, guys, book your tickets for the fair today. You can learn more online at affordableartfair.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored on behalf of Secret Olay Body, Cyclese, and the Vitamin Shop by Tips on TV.
Hi, I'm Dr. Larissa Ferdinand. I'm a board-certified OBGYN and a menopause health specialist. And it is May, Women's Health Month. And what better way to talk about women's health? I have over 20 years of experience as an OBGYN and known as the estrogen doctor for good reason. Women have unique medical and health needs, such as hormone imbalances that can impact things like nutrition, exercise, and sleep. Women's Health Month provides a timely reminder that these special health issues require our attention. And guess what? One of the most important unique problems can range in menopause symptoms. That can be hot flushes, night sweats, or even body odor. I recommend Secret Whole Body Dry Feel Deodorant and Clinical Antiperspirant for women across all life stages. Secret Whole Body is an aluminum-free deodorant designed for use from pits to privates. Secret Clinical Antiperspirant delivers the brand's highest level of protection against 3 types of sweat control: stress, heat, and activity. It's available in both stick and spray forms. Now, ladies, we know that skin is important and is a major organ of our bodies. How about elevating our skin care? One that I recommend is new Olay Super Serum Body Wash Collection. It brings Olay's award-winning skincare technology to the shower. Super Serum Body Wash is infused with 5+ advanced skincare ingredients and delivers 5 invisible skincare benefits in one. It hydrates, firms, smooths, brightens, and evens. It penetrates the skin surface layers to visibly transform and improve skin in just 14 days. It's available in 3 options for different skin types. You can find it at your major retailers for around $13. Now, menopause is a hot topic right now, and there are many products out there. I recommend also Cyclese Menopause by Boron. It's a hormone-free, soy-free, homeopathic medicine that relieves several symptoms of menopause and perimenopause. This includes your hot flashes, night sweats, mood changes, occasional sleeplessness, and facial flushing. It comes in a discreet mental weight tablets, no water is needed, so you can move through menopause with confidence and comfort. You can check out the full line of Cyclese products, including options for PMS and cramps, at boronusa.com. Now, nutrition. We know it's important. The truth is, many of us may not like our fruits and veggies. There's an option for you. At Amazing Grass Sweet Greens, it delivers a sweet twist on nutritious greens with fruits and veggies and new refreshing flavors. Summerberry, peach hibiscus, and tropical lime with no sugar added, ladies. Amazing Grass is non-GMO, U.S. farm-grown greens that support vitality, digestion, and immunity with real food-based nutrients. It's available at The Vitamin Shop or vitaminshop.com, the leading destination for lifelong wellness solutions. Where to find these products and more information? Go to tipsontv.com.
The preceding portion of Studio 512 is sponsored on behalf of Secret, Olay Body, Cycles, and The Vitamin Shop by Tips on TV. Welcome back, everybody. It can be tough to keep up with healthy routines when the summer hits and those schedules change, which isn't far away. But Dr. Jessica Tranquina, the founder of Generator Athlete Lab, has some tips that can help us out. And she's such a little ray of sunshine. Dr. Jess, good morning.
Good morning, Rosie.
Why is it so hard for folks to keep up with their routines in the summer? I've got some thoughts, but I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
Personally, the summer throws me off. I have kids that are not on the same schedule as they were during the school year. So it throws my schedule off.
Yeah, not only that, but some of those summer sports start to pick up, right? And the kids are in different ages, may not be going to the same things. I've had at least one parent complain to me, like, both my boys are in baseball and neither of them have the same schedule.
That's right. Or summer vacation.
Summer vacation, that can throw you off as well. So you've got some suggestions to help us out. The first one is to schedule ourselves.
Absolutely. This is a huge one for me. Even I get off of my routine, and if I don't calendar my exercise, I may not do it. The other thing I can be guilty of is calendaring it at a time I will not do it, like 5 a.m. Don't do that.
I did that last week, Dr. Jess. I never made a single workout. I thought I could.
Don't do that. And also have grace around the time that you schedule. 20 minutes is fine. Is it a brisk walk outside or body weight squats or a 20-minute yoga YouTube video? Don't be lofty with it. Just move your body 20 minutes in a day, that in a time that you know you'll do it.
Okay, I think you're giving us some grace here, and I really appreciate that. You said when you start thinking schedule, the next thing you think is kids.
Absolutely. This one's really big because even in the time that I may not have to schedule it, and I'm with my kids and they say, hey mom, come play with me at the playground, I say, that's a great thought and idea to not only connect with them, but to get some exercise in. Monkey bars, even sliding, playing chase, lifting them up over your head in the pool, some great shoulder exercises there. So secretly getting some bonding and some exercise time.
And I like that, heading to a park, something like that, is a free third space. It's not work, it's not home.
That's right.
That's a really good way to get some exercise in. Okay, what is the 80-20 rule? I literally have it on my card. I don't know what it means.
I love it. I adopt this in my life in general, especially on vacation. 80% of what is going into your body is something that you deem as healthy. Some people are keto, some people are vegan, some people are carnivore, whatever they deem as healthy in their nutrition world, whether it be legumes or veggies or fruit. I consider that 80%, and 20% is what your soul wants you to have. That piece of chocolate cake, that piece of pizza, that's 20%.
Oh, Dr. Jess, I love you. Thank you for saying that, because so often we are really like guilt-based when it comes to food, and you want to stay on a diet or a lifestyle change, and you don't feel like you should go off the rails because then you think the whole thing's going to go off the rails.
That's right, and it won't. It won't. And if we just want it so badly that we don't let ourselves have it, we won't stop thinking about it and we'll be really sad.
We'll be really sad, and a binge might be happening for me. Okay, importance of sleep. It always comes up when we talk about health, that sort of thing, but talk to me a little bit about what you wanted to mention today when it comes to sleep.
And the research is there.
It is.
Hygiene is so important. When we go on vacation or we're off our schedules or we're staying up a little later than normal, to be mindful of and protect the sleep hygiene. And what I do if I know I'm going to potentially be off is I start incorporating some deep breathing before I go to sleep. That box breathing, maybe we talked about last time, where we breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, breathe out for 4, and then hold it out for 4. And we do a few rounds of that to bring our bodies from sympathetic state to parasympathetic state, so we can get that restful 7 to 9 hours.
Especially when I think about like going on vacation, maybe you go to the coast or something like that and you're on on a time change that can be really difficult. So what would be your suggestion, maybe if someone's an hour or two off,
Right.
what they normally are? Would you say stay with what you normally do?
Yes, and that could be hard.
okay.
That could be hard. But also when you come back, much easier of a transition. And so if it does mean setting an alarm, I think I actually saw something recently this weekend that talked about if we do shift 2 to 3 hours, you're shifting 2 to 3 time zones. So the research showed that during the week, if you're a 6 a.m., you get up at 6 a.m. and then you get up at, I'm going to sleep in on the weekend, 8 a.m. You're throwing your circadian rhythm off every week by shifting it in 2 to 3 time zones. So the importance of even doing that throughout your 7 days in a week.
Wow, that is interesting. I try to let myself sleep in, but I am such a natural early riser. It's
Which is
about
good.
5 every single day. All right, so let's talk about showers, and you said to me alternating shower temperature.
Yes.
Specifically, because I told you as a kid, just at camp, someone told me, hey, run your shower cold before you get out. That way you won't feel cold when you step out of the shower. And I didn't know that had benefits, but apparently it does.
I love that you've been doing this.
For a long time.
Girl after my own heart. So you know I'm a huge proponent of cold showers. I take them every day, and obviously I love cold plunges, but I ensured to incorporate contrast showers away from home. It resets not only my circadian rhythm, we'll chat about in a minute, but my hormones and mood.
Really?
Cold therapy elevates endorphins, serotonin, norepinephrine, all those feel-good hormones. But if I do it a few hours before bedtime, I peak high, and then when my body warms, it brings me into a parasympathetic state. So when the norepinephrine drops, it brings your body into a state of relaxation when your body warms, and it really helps a restful sleep. Personally, I do it in the morning, and I do more breath work at night before bed. But
this is kind of
swear
what
by
I do,
cold.
though, is like 6 or 7. I'm kind of washing off my day really cold before I get out, and so maybe that's why I'm on track for like the 9 p.m.
Fantastic.
You know,
Yeah, and then you're
sleep
sleeping
time.
well.
Yeah, I love that.
Also a huge proponent of contrast therapy because it flushes the lymphatic system, and that's where all the toxins of everything that's not good for you are in. It doesn't have a central pump. Lymphatic system doesn't have a central pump like the blood system does, right? Okay. The heart is the blood system, the artery and veins. The lymphatic system doesn't have that. So alternating between hot and cold acts as a lymphatic pump, and you flush all that yucky stuff out.
Learned so much from you. Okay, we have to go, but I just want people to know you see a lot of cold plunge stuff on your Instagram, but you have warm stuff too.
We do. We have red light therapy and hot tubs and infrared saunas and all kinds of warm therapy too.
Okay.
We're huge proponents of contrast therapy.
Sounds good. Can't wait to see what I learn next month. All right, guys, learn more about Dr. Jess's work and how you can get involved at GeneratorAthleteLab.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Nautical Boat Club. Hey everybody, we're coming to you from on the water with Nautical Boat Club's newest location at Hudson Bend. It's the 4th location for Austin's only boating country club. And Kyle Hendricks and Macy Milliken, club managers, are here to tell us a little bit more. So Kyle, very first question for you, my friend. Give me the definition of a boat club.
A boat club is an alternative to boat ownership. Nautical Boat Club is a boating country club. So similar to reserving a tee time at the golf course, you come down to the lake and you reserve one of our boats in the fleet.
Macy, I want to ask you a little bit about how membership works and what's included in it.
Yeah, so it's really easy. You start by paying a one-time initiation fee and then monthly dues over an annual membership period. We buy boats from the top dealers in the area like Axis and Mastercraft, Supreme, Bennington, Cobalt, and we have a boat for every water sport that you could want to do, whether it's wake surfing, skiing, tubing, fishing.
And talk to me about how much boat knowledge you need to have before you become a member.
None. Whenever you become a member, it doesn't matter what your experience is with boating. You're going to get one-on-one training with one of our extensively trained managers. We're going to do an in-depth review of the lake map so that you can navigate the lake with confidence and safe boating knowledge.
Okay. And then how do we go about reserving once we're, official members and we're taking maybe the family out for the weekend?
Yes, so you're going to have the ability to make reservations online. You're going to choose the boat you want, the time you want, the accessories that you want, and you show up for the reservation. All of the equipment's going to be on the boat ready for you. We send you out, you go out for a fun and safe day on the water, you come back, drop it off. We take care of all of the maintenance and cleaning from there.
Logistically on the lake, you're really close to a lot of the hot spots on the lake. 2 miles from Devil's Cove, or directly across from Cypress Creek. Beachside Billy's in the water park down there, and they've got the zip line right across here. Maybe 6 miles from the dam, which everybody loves to cruise and go see. So it's a really good spot to be at as far as being in the middle of everything.
We still have 80 to 100 feet of water out here in the lake, so it is a fun and safe experience out here.
Well, this sounds awesome. So if somebody's watching today and they can't wait to get the family started, or maybe just get a membership for themselves, how can they get going with y'all?
They can find us on our website or give us a call. We would love to get them out for a tour of the club, because seeing the club in person is really going to show you the nautical difference.
The nautical difference. Okay, thank you both so much for your time. And Macy, thank you for keeping us safe on this boat, because she's been driving in real time, y'all.
You're very welcome. Glad to have you.
Get started with a club tour today at nauticalboatclub.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Nautical Boat Club.
Hey, we are happy to be able to offer you some help if you're out there searching for jobs. KXAN has partnered with ZipRecruiter to help you find thousands of job openings in Austin and around the country. Just go to kxan.com/jobs, where you can search thousands of new postings every single day. Check it out right now and get started on the path to your next career.
Content segments during Studio 512 were paid for by Nautical Boat Club, Secret, Olay Body, Cyclease, and The Vitamin Shop by Tips on TV and ZipRecruiter. We have a lot of fun here on Studio 512. If you missed any of our great segments, be sure to check out our website, where we like to post the fun things we do. Our feed covers content like arts and entertainment, food and drink, fashion and beauty, home and garden, stuff for kids and pets, as well as information from area experts. In addition, you can check out web-exclusive content that you can only find on Studio512TV.com. We also love to post behind-the-scenes funny moments, outfit inspirations, and more on social media. Find us by searching for Studio 512 on your favorite platform. You don't want to miss a single post. Be sure to follow us, check out our website, and watch us every weekday at 11 a.m. right here on CW Austin.